within which partnerships must conduct business activities in Bougainville. With forestry, Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, the Tonole Integrated Agriculture Project, officially endorsed through the Papua New Guinea Forest Authority Board and the Office of the National Minister for Forests in 2021 and 22 for South Bougainville and anticipated to be the first high-impact project for Bougainville for the operation of a large logging operation which would have provided much-needed revenue and created employment opportunities for the economy. However, this did not go well. I think there was a lack of proper consultations, which I call a free prior informed consultation should have been driven. However, law and order was the problem. Mr. Speaker, I believe more could have been done in terms of awareness, considering that Kono is a hot spot. Nami, sorry, trulo displa. Mr. Speaker, let me put on record as well that the current funding to this sector is minimal, with no funding earmarked for 2025, even though requests were made to progress forestry activities. However, a positive note, my department, including the ABG, Department of Commerce, Trade and Industry, are working collaboratively to facilitating the development of Bougainville Balsa development policy. I think this is the way forward framework, including the code of practice, which is in final drafting stage to be presented to the economic sector, including the ACC, before it's presented at the BEC. On record, once again, PNGFA and my department is now preparing a memorandum agreement this year to facilitate the formal transition of the drawdown of powers and functions, starting with the specific powers of technical capacity and institutional strengthening to provide a second economic or sound economic base for growth going through. Despite these challenges, my ministry will continue to undertake ongoing activities which include training and awareness on reforestation activities within the region on native tree species, including balsa seedlings through various nurseries throughout the region. In other regional development partnership programs, Mr. Speaker, our collaboration with Coconut Industry Corporation, KIC, in the coconut industry has further been strengthened. Despite challenges, the coconut and copra sector in Bougainville continues to thrive at the smallholder farmer level. For the record, in 2017, Bougainville produced 30,593 metric tons. As the second largest producer, this is equivalent to 300 million kina. At the same time, Bougainville, however, value-added products such as soap, cosmetics, and and virgin coconut oil has been proven to be highly economical to the farmers. Now, you got some planty now, lo side lo mi yet, mi pandem 7 plapinis long virgin coconut lick business long, and they are being sold now in some of the shops in Buka. My ministry has taken relevant measures to support funding gaps in the region's coconut industry development program, especially so in the north under the coconut plantation concept and the related coconut seed distribution activities, because most of the coconut trees now have grown low since the Second World War. Large plantations redevelopment interest growth by local landowners for the Ramunpan, Dewau, Scotland plantation in the Buka district, Panyo in the Selau Sur district, Tenakau and Arikwa in the Wakunai district, and Naropa, Iwi, and Toimanapu in the Kiata district. Materials required to establish 4,000 seedlings native tree species nursery and Selau Sur district have been ordered. For Evo, Torau, there are materials ordered for the 5,000 seedling nurseries, and also in other regional development partnership programs. Mr. Speaker, our collaborative activities with KIC in the coconut industry is continuing, but at a very low. I think I will get the KIC people to actually come and visit the province too. Visit the region. Being the second highest productive region, they should give prominence in the coconut industry activities. My ministry has taken measures to support funding gaps in the region's coconut industry program development. Mr. Speaker, in the cocoa sector, as briefly presented above, our work with Cocoa Board Papua New Guinea is continuing, with PNG Cocoa Board maintaining its presence in Bougainville, working mainly with local cocoa exporters. The key outcomes of these partnerships have been detection of high level of moisture in our cocoa beans, high levels of smoke-tainted beans, and identification of a large number of unregistered cocoa dryer owners, and this means we have poor traceability of the detective dried cocoa beans origin. So there's a lot of work to be done here. I will be separately meeting with the BHOR so that we look at what in the past we used to get the reports from the quarantined people. We go directly to the permanent owners who actually produce bad cocoa beans, and we either suspend or we get them to fix the permanent before Oli can operate again. Yeah. I acknowledge and applaud the efforts of our two PNG agriculture commodity agencies, industry agencies, partners in coconut and cocoa, are doing for Bougainville through a joint collaboration arrangement through the MOU and MOA we have with them at DPI. Let me now turn to our own homegrown Bougainville Agriculture Commodities Regulatory Authority, Mr. Speaker. The BHOR, I am most pleased to report on the appointment and swearing in of our Chief Compliance Officer, including on the 5th of June, appointment and swearing of the Advisory Council, which is comprised of 5 ex officio members and 5 non-ex officio members from the private sector. With support from Cocoa Board Papua New Guinea and BHOR, standard operating procedures are 99%. This includes the forms and templates along with procedures for sales contracts that will ensure direct cocoa export from Bougainville. There is currently a short-term engagement of 4 new graduate cadets for food science, biology, and agriculture, and they have been working with BHOR at the moment. Mr. Speaker, let me also inform the Honourable House that the DPI Marine Resource, I mentioned this only because of the Economic Department's collaborative work together, which they must also know this at the moment, because this particular function now has been transferred elsewhere. It's also embarking on ABG's digital transformation initiatives, and for the record, an online data collection platform, Kobo Toolbox, is now operational. The system is linked to the IT system server at the BHOR office at Kobo to be used for the purpose to online registrations, lines applications, and other data collection. Mr. Speaker, there are also other outstanding commitments by the ministry which have been earmarked for 2024, but which will require a range of ongoing partnership agreements to be determined this year. This includes Forestry MOA, Papua New Guinea Cocoa Board work in progress, NFA work in progress, and last entered in 2021, National Department of Agriculture work in progress, last entered in 2021, Coffee Industry Corporation, and of course, Coconut Industry Corporation. All of these outstanding works require funding, which has been the major impediment for success and progress towards ensuring that DPI and MR as a lead economic growth sector department continues to drive revenue generation in Bougainville's independence. Key strategic focus and my intent. Mr. Speaker, before I conclude, let me give my overall assessment of the development, the impediments hampering progress on Bougainville, which contribute to the poor performance of the department. Mr. Speaker, for a start, as we all know, and as far as the Toroma Nisera government intends otherwise to make critical adjustments, the development trend on Bougainville has been largely characterized by a long period of restorative mode, targeted development programs. This focus has consumed much of ABC's time, resources, and policy direction as consecutive governments exhausted their efforts on the maintenance and restoration of basic roads, education, and health facilities, etc., without prioritizing the key enablers and drivers of nation building, including much-needed revenue generation activities. This misconception otherwise has created a capacity gap within the ABG to establish innovative and stronger government foundations that can strengthen the administrative machinery through vital infrastructures such as government offices, housing for the public service, and other necessary key enablers to support economic growth, including key developments such as reliable electricity, water and sewage systems, and telecommunication services. Mr. Speaker, let me acknowledge the Toroma Nisera government for recognizing the eminent need for targeted and structured policy adjustment. These reforms are critical for devising the new Bougainville nation-building framework strategy. This strategy encompasses a paradigm shift from the conventional restorative development approach to congealed nation building. Mr. Speaker, under my leadership, the first steps that I'm working on is actually elevating the existing initiatives that have been done. But what I'm saying here is that I'm saying we have to now look at how we can improve all these things. So Mr. Speaker, under my leadership, I will ensure that the Department of Primary Industries is committed to creating stronger administrative foundation that can anchor the Bougainville economy and create pathways for socio-economic growth and revenue generation that will trickle down to communities through our strategic focus areas. As such, I wish to ensure that with the collaboration between the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Economic Industry, and other economic sector departments, that we provide and strengthen the key enablers that will ensure our communities and private sector are actively involved in revenue generation activities, with ABG providing leadership oversight and performing its regulatory function. I wish to undertake the approach to ensure our local farmers that are actively engaged in various value chain commodity activities are sufficiently supported through efficient government resourcing interventions, with the ultimate goal of improving productivity and access to markets, which will in turn provide a wide range of revenue sources for the ABG. Likewise, Mr. Speaker, I wish to leverage the performance of my team to ensure we are working collaboratively to achieve the overall mandate of the department, which is to foster sustainable and strategic investment in agriculture, forestry, fisheries sectors, and promote socio-economic development in Bougainville. In doing so, I wish to identify critical needs within the department and also devise a phased approach to dealing with the department's challenges in categorizing of immediate short, medium-term, and long-term priorities to be addressed. I believe that by strengthening effective communication and collaboration within our department's line management agencies, we can be able to create a workforce and a workplace environment that is proactive and innovative in dealing with the challenges. Under my leadership, I will ensure my department upholds our dream of ensuring an independent Bougainville where peace prevails and our people are educated and healthy and have a high income with an improved quality of life. Mr. Speaker, let me acknowledge the Department of Lands, Physical Planning, Environment and Conservation for the recently passed land laws aimed at unpacking opportunities for landowners, the government and private sector, for these are the partners that will drive the economy. This mutually will drive the development benefits too. These laws are homegrown and will equally unpack opportunities for agriculture, growth and development on Bougainville. Under my leadership, I'm looking forward to work collaboratively with the ABC Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Environment to look at potentially large portions of land that can be harnessed for economic development through agricultural land. Use development concept and explore future options for equitable and sustainable development growth for our people. Mr. Speaker and the honorable members of this House, to conclude, I want to express my most respectful and sincere gratitude to you all for the support you have given to my department in its efforts to improve the people's livelihoods. As I mentioned earlier, I am open for more collaboration as part of the Toroma Nisra's whole of government approach to discuss strategies that will serve to promote our people's well-being. And I urge all to continue the spirit of collaborative action that has defined this House over the past successful years. Mr. Speaker, I commend this ministerial statement to this honorable House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Minister. The Honorable Leader of Government Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I move that the House take note of the statement by the Minister and that the debate of the statement can take place in the later days. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the House take note of the Minister's statement and that debate be adjourned to a later date. Those in favor say aye. Against say no. The ayes have it. Minister for Police.
Mr. Speaker, thank you once again for the opportunity to update this Honourable House, not only on the progress but the challenges encountered by the Bougainville Police Service and the Bougainville Correctional Services this year during the last quarter of 2024 and beginning of 2025. Mr. Speaker, let me firstly highlight some achievements in the Bougainville Police Service and at the later some challenges. Indeed, there have been significant changes and improvements within the police service since I took office. These changes are cornerstones of the Toroma Nisra 6-point strategy, specifically to improve law and order in the autonomous region of Bougainville. Mr. Speaker, the national government had made a commitment to purchase 12 new vehicles to the Bougainville Police Service. Therefore, on the 6th of June 2024, the first 6 vehicles were officially handed over to the Bougainville Police Service by Minister Peter Chemalli Jr. The other 6 new vehicles are still yet to come. Again, this is indeed a significant boost to the work of policing in our region. In my capacity as the Minister of Police, I will continue to harness the cordial working relationship between the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary and Bougainville Police Service to ensuring we deliver our policing services to an acceptable standard. Big platok thank you, Guru Minister of Long Police, Long National Government, Honorable Peter Chemalli Jr., na Commissioner of Long Mr. David Manning, Long Halbim, Long Giving BPS, all display, all car. Mr. Speaker, there was a mass recruitment program conducted by the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary all throughout the country, including Bougainville in 2023. Due to the complications in the recruitment process, most of our Bougainville applicants were not selected for training. However, BPS was fortunate to have received at least 10, most of whom are non-Bougainvilleans, and now they are currently serving with the BPS. As new recruits, this is only an inch of the target by BPS to have at least 1,000 police personnel by 2025. It is important to know that the National Commissioner of Police holds the functional authority to recruit unless there is a drawdown of powers and functions of such to the Deputy Commissioner and Chief of Bougainville Police Service, BPS. BPS hopes to do better in terms of recruitment to boost its manpower in 2025. Mr. Speaker, in October 2024, the Bougainville Police Service had conducted a ceremony in which 27 police personnel received promotions. BPS had the highest number of promotions within ranks and files compared to other provinces in Papua New Guinea. The development of Kuberia project is progressing well. Currently, there are 2 portions of where constructions will take place. Surveying of the areas have been completed and awaiting finance processing payments to contractors to begin the construction, while focus is on redevelopment of Kuberia. Bekut prison is being maintained with the construction of fencing around the inmates' residence and the building of the juvenile lockup. Mr. Speaker, the roles and responsibility of the hierarchy, ranks and files within the Bougainville Police Service are of paramount importance to ensuring the organization performs well in order to achieving its core business and set out outcomes. Recently, the BPS has undertaken an organizational structural review. The review exercise was conducted by a professional consultant who was engaged as a result of close collaboration between the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary and the Bougainville Police Service. The review had created at least 600 positions in the Bougainville Police Service. Mr. Speaker, this is in fact a significant milestone and development towards improving the current organizational structure and to allow for more manpower. The review in the organizational structure provides opportunity for more recruitment. It is important to ensure all positions captured in this organizational structural review are funded. Remember, we cannot put a cart before the horse, and therefore once the organizational structure review is approved, BPS will proceed on to recruit more personnel to meet the target of 1,000 personnel. For the record, Bougainville Police Service currently has 222 regulars, 60 reservists, and 350 Bougainville Auxiliary Police. Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to announce the OSHAD approved 25 million kina to build one, the Bougainville Police Station upgrading, that is also the South Regional Headquarters. 2, the renovation of Arawa Police Station, which is Central Regional Headquarters, and the renovation of Buka Police Station, the North Regional Headquarters. The current scope of the 25 million kina will also accommodate for the duplex building each for the 3 regional headquarters and include also is the building of the new Bougainville Police Station cell block. Mr. Speaker, let me once again thank the Toroma Nisira government for prioritizing law and order by allocating some funds from the development budget. The allocation from the ABG development budget since 2022 has enabled us to build the following police stations and police posts. They are Bana Police Stations, almost completed. Long case belong member belong Baba. Mitok sa long and finish contractor will work back staff. Hopefully by me opening before issue of Richa. Keta Police Station progressing and the residence block Kiata Police long Tony Batu nearly completed. Banguna Police Station at Camp 5 progressing. Mr. Speaker, tenders are soon going out but all go out finished. Belong Torokina Police Station, Noyet, Suir Police Station, Siwai Police Station, currently contractor is me work long and staff, Lokonga. Kuna Police Station, contractor Woklong and staff, Wokunai Police Station, Noyet, Tinpuch Police Station, and Nissan Island Police Station. Mr. Speaker, I am also pleased to announce that the Australian Federal Police are committed to building police patrol posts in the region. We have already identified police patrol posts on strategic locations which are at the following constituencies. They are Aita Police Patrol Post at Rao constituency, Sierra Police Patrol Post at Selau constituency, Hagus Police Patrol Post at Halia constituency. The BPS is serious about establishing police posts at every constituency in the autonomous region of Bougainville. Land has been provided to build police posts at these following constituencies. They are, which Mipla receiving finish, lo sambla lo cultural na, traditional na, or obligation number. Lenoke Community Government of the Lule constituency, Makis constituency, Peit constituency, Tonsu constituency, Tarara Evotorao constituency, and Haku constituency. Mr. Speaker, funds to build these police posts are catered for by the ABG development budget, which is I must really commend the Toromoni Sira government for the foresight, seeing law and order as a priority. On the 31st of October 24, the autonomous Bougainville government and the CPED Global signed up for a memorandum of agreement to jointly conduct sea patrols in Bougainville waters. I was a signatory on behalf of the Bougainville Police Service together with the President of the Autonomous Bougainville Region Government, region on behalf of ABG. This collaboration includes the application of an MCS strategy for all fishing vessel activity, including monitoring of any fishing activity that infects the economy of Bougainville, the control of any vessel operating in Bougainville waters, the boarding of any vessel suspected of IUU fishing in Bougainville waters, the training of Bougainville law enforcement agents in MCS operations to target fishing activities in Bougainville waters, or customs, police na, NAKI na. The arrest and detention of any vessel suspected of fisheries crime or other illicit activity as decided by the parties. Capacity building and training for the Bougainville Police Service and its plans to establish a maritime wing. Search and rescue and emergency response service to remote communities and conservation, education, and outreach to local communities in Bougainville. The Joint Bougainville Police Service and Correctional Service Independence Ready Plan. Mr. Speaker, I'm also happy to announce that we have a Joint Bougainville Police Service and Correctional Service Independence Ready Plan. This plan was developed collaboratively to enable the Bougainville Police Service and Bougainville Correctional Service to establish the Joint Independence Ready Plan for the Bougainville Police Service and Bougainville Correctional Service, align their management activity plans with the ABG, and those policy framework on Bougainville Independence Ready Mission, Bougainville Integrated Strategic Plan Development Plan 23 to 27, and its medium-term development plan 1 and the Bougainville Long-Term Vision 2052. Ensure the focus areas such as infrastructure development, human resources, minimizing law and order, etc., are given prominence and implemented on a given time frame of 8 months period before Bougainville declares itself independence ready by March 2025. So now if we go along, yeah, close to a good May or goal get along 1st of September 2027. Extract details of activities for implementation within the Bougainville Police Service Strategic Development Plan 2022 to 2026 and be able to implement and measure the development progress in 3 key areas 1. Progress made before 2020, establishing the baseline, development since 2020 and to current stage of development, implementation of activities and measured against set scorecard and rating approved by ABG. Notes the establishment of the committee known as Joint BPS and CS Independence Ready Mission Committee by DEA, Deputy Commissioner and Chief of BPS as co-chairman, Assistant Commissioner CIS as co-chairman, na member, one plus police, two plus policeman, one plus policeman. Mr. Speaker, the Joint Bougainville Police Service and Correctional Service Independence Ready Plan is a guide to the two organizations to be able to seriously work on and address the ongoing challenges affecting the services and to comply with the current ABG policy framework on the implementation of the Bougainville Independence Ready Mission. The BPS Strategic Development Plan 2021 to 2026 captures the organizational vision, mission, and the purpose. The vision is to have trust and confidence of the people of Bougainville. Mission is to enable peace and security through professional policing and productivity partnership and ensure community safety through effective crime prevention initiatives and targeting and apprehension of offenders. Mr. Speaker, the joint implementation of the activities highlighted in this plan complements the share resolution of 16 July 2024, where a recommendation from constituency members and their community government chairpersons requesting the President to declare Bougainville Independence Ready by March 2025. It means that constituencies and ABG departments may declare their respective sectors independence ready before the final declaration by President Toroma in March 2025. The Department of Police and Correctional Service in Bougainville are included in this resolution. Mr. Speaker, on 17 December 2020, the Bougainville House of Representatives passed a resolution on the Bougainville internal preparation focus process for declaring Bougainville independence ready. This resolution includes independence declaration of 14 departments, including the Bougainville Police Service and Bougainville Correctional Service. The independence ready mission report will be tabled to the House by respective ministers. Mr. Speaker, on 25th February 21, the BHOR passed another private member's motion that each department shall form a department independence ready committee comprising of the officers determined by the secretary and chaired by the secretary in consultation with the minister. Each respective ministers will be providing political leadership, overseeing the implementation of the Bougainville independence ready mission with each department. Mr. Speaker, the function of the Department Independence Ready Committees shall develop independence ready mission plans for their respective departments. It is important to consider an upholding standard of good governance, accountability, and transparency by providing management action plan, cash flow, and work plans to implement the independence ready mission. Mr. Speaker, on the 18th November 2020, the BHOR agreed on a resolution that ABG takes a three-pronged strategy on approach to implement the Bougainville Independence Mission. The following approaches are encouraged in the mission, such as regional approach, that is preparation with Bougainville by Bougainvilleans, national approach that requires preparation with PNG, and international approach that requires preparation with independent nations. Mr. Speaker, the independence ready concept encourages the partnership between political leaders and the Bougainville administration in the implementation of the President's six-point strategy as part of the independence ready preparation. Furthermore, it acknowledges the roles of civil society organizations and churches and recommends policy alignment of programs targeting nation building in Bougainville. It is also acknowledge the roles and engagement of international partners and national government within Bougainville as and when required. The President's six-point strategy is also considered as benchmark to declare Bougainville independence ready, but not limited to governance, social services, rule of law, or law and order, standard of living, economic development, human resource. Mr. Speaker, most of ABG benchmarks have similarity to constituency referendum-ready declaration criteria and can be used in baseline to validate and assess the reports to ensure there is improvement in each department. The roles and responsibility of the hierarchy and ranks and files within the two discipline forces services are of paramount importance to ensuring the Bougainville Police Service and Bougainville Correctional Service progress towards achieving
to be more fiscally self-reliant and to be more determined, and the status quo will change after this motion. This is the defining moment for the people of Bougainville. You are at the top, and you will be regarded as those that holds the trusses in moving forward in this time of this motion to be moved. So now, Mr. Speaker, I move that the House shall move to independent status, so do in accordance with the decisions of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, and two, should do so on the date and determined by in accordance with the decision of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, and that decision to take account of the outcome of the post-independence referendum decision-making progress on the future political status of Bougainville, providing for in Part 14 of the Papua New Guinea Constitution, giving effect to the Bougainville Peace Agreement, developed through the international community supported and witnessed Bougainville peace process. Mr. Speaker, this historical day in the history of our political journey to independence, this day marks the departure from being autonomous to independent status. This is the day our people have been waiting for the Bougainville House of Representatives as the legitimate representative institution to materialize 97.7%. Their vote for independence chosen through a constitutionally guaranteed referendum. Let us be clear today that this motion signals the political journey for Bougainville moving to independent status, and I call this House to support this motion. I commend the motion to the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. President. The motion is before the House. Suppose you got member like Tok, we can do so. Suppose no got member like Tok, I will put the question. The honorable member Kokoda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know that one time again by the history about Bougainville, may go through on this. Some president, and we put him read him submotion or statement belong him. And time we will be in the record. And Mr. President, AG, the Minister of Bougainville Implementation, Monitoring and Implementation, DME, me like put him on record of marking people below me along Kokoda constituency. Those people were only putting mark belong on destiny from Bougainville. Any time now, where you must stand up one time, there's a effort where you make him. 25,000 people already died. One time there's a ting belong destiny below you. And this is the right time where you move one time, over the airport, you stand up one time as united Bougainville, no aspiration below you. So all house, once again, we taking time, long, putting the record, long supporting president below you. Long this is the final part, when now by me all along. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, honorable member for Kokoda. The honorable member representing the ex-combatants from Central Region.
Thank you, Mr. Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Long. Give him time, Long. Former combatants along Central Bougainville. It is a moment of truth. 10 years of civil war, 20,000 lives have been lost. 2005, the establishment of ABG, Miblai travel on peace process, so much efforts, Miblai been losing, contributions from all the leaders, past and present, only come not go. This is the hour. This is the moment that people of Bougainville has been waiting. This is the moment. Lives are really in the spirit realm, are enjoying that the shifting of the political season, atmosphere, long Yumi, inside of Bougainville. This is the moment. And this is the hour. Me place him on record the support long all the former combatants long me, long Central Bougainville. Fighting men and women who are to live and die, those who are living, those who are wounded, and those who are crippled, cannot walk, cannot see. Scars only kiss him long bone, long body, long all stuff. For the cause, long independence. Me support in this motion, and I stand behind the executive government, President Biden.
Honorable member for Baba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Nami pla ready mi pla yet. Nami pla signalim gula national government. Our intention. Lo move igo in la time when mi pla ready mi pla yet. Lo raising flag. Em this la moment now. Nami like fully supporting this la motion from the president. lo mipla move fully going to independent status. Wording blood la motion is very clear. And I think, Mr. Speaker, one time no plan to talk mipla approve this la motion na mipla move forward. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, you may walk along a go law process where by me convening or form go along Bougainville Constituent Assembly. But before we do that, let's adjourn this House, and I call on the Leader of Government Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I move that the House do now adjourn to the date and time to be fixed by the Speaker in consultation with the President. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, by me put him this question or adjourn him this House. But before I do, let me talk also after adjourning this House to a time and date to be fixed by the Speaker in consultation with the President. Me too, by me fix him time and date, blow first meeting, blow Constituent Assembly, long look long, this draft Constitution, consider him, enact him in principle, pending the outcome of the post-referendum decision-making process, which is now going through moderation. So the BCA will convene, consider the draft Constitution when it is ready, and initially enact it in principle, pending the decision of this moderation. And this is being done under Part 42, Section 42, 342, or Part 14 of the Constitution. Long ready Constitution, long Republic of North Solomons, which is mentioned in the draft Constitution, and whatever other legislation that may come under it that the BCA will consider. Having said that, may like now put in question that the motion for adjournment be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Honourable members, I also fixed the time and date for the first meeting of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, which is tomorrow, Friday, commencing at 11 a.m. Display venue by display chamber. Let's then, I may adjourn. Honourable members, this House is adjourned to a time and date to be fixed by the Speaker in consultation with the President. And as I mentioned, I also fixed tomorrow at 11 a.m. as the date for the commencement of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly.
And there you have it. That was our final session for this afternoon, being Thursday, the 27th of March 2025. And we've just heard the last part of the session where we had the motion to move, where we had the motion read by the Honorable President, Honorable Ismail Toroma, to move Bougainville to an independent status. And as Speaker alluded to a while ago, this is the last, this is the sitting where the Bougainville House of Parliament has been adjourned to a later date, and tomorrow morning we will resume at 11 a.m. Bougainville Standard Time as the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. So viewers, thank you so much for being part of the live coverage of the Parliament sitting throughout this day. We do acknowledge that we had a bit of mishap there with the internet issue, but as mentioned, we will be coming back tomorrow at 11 a.m. As the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. And briefly, this afternoon we had ministerial statements from most of the ABG ministers in the likes of the health statement. The Minister for Health had presented his statements, including the Minister for Community Development, Minister for Police, Minister for Public Service, the Minister for Primary Industries, also acknowledging the Finance and Treasury Minister for presenting the supplementary budget. It's been a long day today, and congratulations going out to Bougainvillians. As you've heard, this afternoon is the last Bougainville House of Parliament that has been adjourned, and tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Bougainville Standard Time, the House will resume as the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. And before we wrap up for this afternoon as well, tomorrow there will be the swearing in of the members of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. That will be happening tomorrow as well. So do join us at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Bougainville Standard Time, on Friday, the 28th of March, 2025.